This is Action Inspired with Abby Weaver. And I'm here with Bob, who's going to tell us the story of what happened when he was at the gas station this morning. Here is Bob. Okay, so this cop dude, walked up to this gas station, saw this girl he knew that he hadn't saw in 5 years. She had 2 children that he just met today, and a husband, of course. But as she was walking away, this girl, as she was going into the bathroom, he was in the bathroom for quite a while, and so while he was in the bathroom, I don't know if he had earplugs in. Well, I was young, so yeah, I didn't have earplugs in. I didn't hear anything, but this murderer, not just murderer, just robber, walked in. And this is what I got from a lot of people, except for this one dude. I'll tell you again in a minute. And he walked up to the cash register. Said, "Give me all your money." And this girl was freaking out, so he gave him all the money in the cash register. And then this one dude was tried to confront him and got hit in the head with a gun, with a pistol. That's what most people said, by the butt of it, in his head. And after that, he ran off, and everybody was in shock. And this girl's kid that this cop had known was like, the one was 1 year old and the other one was 2 months. And the 1 year old said, "Yeah, do it again." And then the 2 month year old was nodding his head up and down, going, "Yeah." And then the robber walked back outside and got into the cop car of the dude I was playing as and ran off in the cop car. And then a few minutes later, he came back past the gas station, walked back in, and then he just walked back in and then walked back out and tried to get into this other car, but it didn't have the keys in it. I guess he didn't know how to hotwire. So he got out of that car and got into this other car, the cop car. And when he got into the cop car, he realized that it was empty. So he took the gas tank and, the little hose thing, it was the sprout on it. He tore up the sprout with a knife and cut it. And then he just took the hose and he turned the hose upside down, and the gas just flowed all the way through it and out into the car, and it spewed everywhere. And so he closed the gas tank and then drove off. So the cop dude walked out of the bathroom that I was playing at, walked out of the bathroom, went out to the front doors, and then after he went out the front doors, he came back in and said, "Where's my car?" And then when he had said, "Where's my car?" the girl that he knew was like, open, telling him the story that I just told y'all. And so he asked everybody else, and it was mostly the same, except for this one dude, the gangster that I told you about a while ago. He said that it was basically the same as the first part, that dude came in, but he had a gun that was in his pocket. Guess it was the gun that he had that hit the dude in the head with, and threatened the girl to give him all the money or he'll shoot him. And he said, "Give me all that money, I'm going to blow a hole through my clothes and shoot you." And then, after that, he was walking back to me, and this dude walked up in front of him and confronted him and said, "Dude, why you doing this? Stop doing this. Please stop doing this. Don't rob these people." And then, so he took the gun out of his pocket, hit him in the head with the gun, with the butt of the gun. And then was walking, and he kept walking I was scared, but I didn't show it. Like a real man. That's what this gangster was saying, but I guess he was gangster, I don't know. But, and when he came back there, he asked him for a toothpick. And the dude that had the toothpick took the toothpick out of his pocket, gave it to was trying to give it to the dude, and the dude, the robber, shot the toothpick, and it went all up in his face. I'm repeating mostly the exact words that the gangster or whatever dude said. And after it went all up in his face, he held out another one and said, "Please don't shoot this one," and gave him it, and stabbed him in the hand with the toothpick, and took it out of his hand, took the toothpick out of his hand, and put it in his mouth. And then walked out, and got back in the car, and drove off, and hit like 50 to 100 cars, what this dude said. And then he said that it was crazy, and then the cop that I was playing at walked off and said, and then he called, and then he walked to that dude that got hit in the head, said, "You okay?" And that dude that was laying on the ground said, "Yeah." And then he said, "You got a phone?" This was the cop said, and the dude laying on the ground said, "Uh-huh." And then the cop said, "Can I borrow it?" The dude said, on the ground said, "Yeah." And then after the cop borrowed the phone, he went outside. Everybody thought he was going to run off with the phone, but he just went outside to call 911 to tell the ambulance to get here, call his police buddies to come over and help him investigate so he can have a ride and stuff like that. But after that, he said when he went back outside, cop appeared, the ambulance never even came at the end, and all this stuff happened, and the police officer friend chased that dude down and found him, and had to take a U-turn, and he was running into cars and all that stuff. And then the dude drove off into the highway. This was a robber that took the cop car. Drove off into the highway, drove and did a U-turn or some kind of spin or whatever, and drove back up the grass to the gas station. Almost drove through the gas station, but took a sharp turn and just bounced against it. And after he bounced against it, these 5 other cop cars appeared out of nowhere, and like 3 cops got out of it. And the dude walked up that stole the car, the robber, walked out and took out his gun with him and shot one officer in the stomach. And after he had shot him in the stomach, the other people shot him just in the leg, like 2 times, one in each leg. And he fell down, and then they arrested him for multi charges. And then in the end, it all worked out. The cop got better, the dude got better. But remember, this is not real. This is fake. And I played it on the game. And I kind of made up the whole story on the game, because it's not really a game like that. It's just this game called Midnight Club, I don't know. But it's a okay game. It's on that regular Xbox, and that's all. And this, I made it up, so subscribe and everything. But yeah, back to the person that said it was on Fox News or whatever.
There you have it. That was Bob Wachowski with your latest update on the story of the tragedy that happened this morning.
There might be a second part to this, you never know.
And we out.